Oh, what's going on, buddy?
Yeah, what's going on, my bro? What's happening with you, G?
Not much. About to go over. I don't know. Probably go to the gym today.
Yeah.
My birthday's tomorrow.
Okay, so have you got plans already to turn up?
I'm probably gonna go snowboard tomorrow a bit with the
Oh,
guys from my gym.
okay.
But
So,
yeah, that's it.
so I mean, like, I remember when we had our first interview, and I remember you were saying that, throughout the 5 months you were in the gym, but you were teasing the idea of like smoking cigarettes and drinking beer. But I saw like your IG story yesterday, and you were saying that one of your New Year's resolutions is to smoke cigarettes. Is that is that kind of where we're at with this?
No, I just like to troll. I'm just fucking around.
I could hear that, man. Well, firstly, congratulations on getting 100 subs on YouTube, my bro.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate it.
Yeah, man. How does it feel, man, to get to that point? Are you getting your placard yet?
It says it takes like up to 10 days until you can definitely submit for it. So I tried to submit for it immediately, but it didn't work. So I'm gonna try again today.
Okay, so you're gonna try and see if you can put the pressure on them to go like, can I get it quicker?
Yeah, you have to like submit for it or whatever.
Yeah. Oh, okay, fair
Like,
enough.
and then they have to deem your account like good for it, but it takes up to 10 days after hitting 100K for YouTube to let you submit for it.
Oh wow, I didn't even know that was like a long process for all this stuff.
It's like a process to get the plaque, apparently.
Mad, crazy.
I don't
So
know, this is my first one, but it feels good, dude. I'm excited because, I used to be part of a big group on YouTube, but never really grew my own channel. So now I'm starting to grow my own, and it's nice that it's actually working.
I'm glad it's working for you, man. Like, I mean, within a space of like 10 days to get to fight night, you're treated very nicely over here. All of the lead up to fight night. I mean, take us like in your head in thinking like the whole experience in terms of like how you felt in lead up to fight night and feeling that it was an experience for you. Like, take us through what was going through your head.
I like would talk shit on the interviews, just kind of like I wasn't worried, but obviously I had like a little bit of worry in me.
Yeah.
Um, my biggest thing was that I wasn't conditioned enough, so I knew that if I couldn't get him out of there quickly, I'd probably lose the decision depending on who it was.
Mm.
Like if it's somebody who's better than me, or even anyone who just has a better gas tank than me right now, because I like took the fight on 10 days notice, like we said.
Yeah.
Um, um, I knew I probably wouldn't be able to last as long,
Mm.
but that was my biggest worry coming into the fight. To be
Yeah.
honest, just
Yeah.
not being able to last long.
Because I mean, let's go straight into it. I mean, obviously, you came out to Sweet Caroline, which to us Brits is like the theme pinnacle. Especially when it comes to football and stuff like that. A lot of
I
people.
didn't know that y'all loved that so much, but I when I was thinking about the walkout song, I was in the car with my friend Christian, who's like one of the guys from my gym, and he said I should walk out to it because they love that song there, and I was like, well, I want them to like me over there, so I was like, gonna use a song that y'all liked.
Yeah. I mean, it did
So
it did bring an impression on all of us because we were singing to it. But when it came to the first Undertaker gong that hit, what was going through your mind? Like, I mean, I was thinking,
I
like,
didn't
what
even
the
know
fuck was going on?
I didn't know that that was an Undertaker gong.
You didn't know that was a. So I'm guessing you're not much into WWE then. Was it
I've
so?
never even watched a single thing in the WWE ever.
Wow. Okay. Because
Uncultured.
yeah. Well, no, I'm not saying uncultured. Some people don't watch wrestling, which is fine. But like, obviously, the gong was signifying that there's something big was about to happen. Like when you were hearing the gongs and the mariachi band, and then Pineda like walking towards the ring, like what were you thinking as you were leaning against the ropes? Like, what was your initial thoughts at that moment?
Well, I don't know. I was like looking to see who it was, and then once it was Pineda, I was like looking at him. I was like, "It's you, buddy. It's you."
Did you have any inkling of like who your opponent would have been in lead up to
Well,
it?
of course, I had like everybody that Twitter was speculating, but I didn't have any real solid evidence of it being like Pineda because his name wasn't even mentioned that much
Mm,
on Twitter. Like at least the Twitter comments that I saw, I only saw his name mentioned maybe like 3 or 4 times.
yeah,
But I've seen like Alex, Jay, and like Face Sensei, and like a few other people mentioned like hundreds of times and thousands of times.
So when those names were kind of like circulating, did you think in your head before you got into the ring that I'm going to be prepared mentally for at least one of those dudes if the names were circulated around so much?
We just kind of had like little game plans for each fella,
Mm.
and like my coaches were telling me what to do for my corner, but it was hard to listen. But
Yeah.
I noticed like once I did what they said, like jab up top and then right hand to the body, like I cracked him with it.
Mm.
But I couldn't. I wasn't like doing it enough, and I was so tired.
Yeah.
Fuck. I wish I would have won that fight, but like I'm proud of Pineda for that shit.
I'm proud of both of you because I mean even for you like specifically like how you lasted throughout all 3 rounds. I don't believe from what I remember there wasn't a knockdown on your part in terms of you being
I
knocked down at any
I got
point.
knocked down one time.
Yeah, it was the one time, but you got back up and you
Yeah.
continued to push through. Was there like a game plan like when realizing it was Pineda? Was there like a strategy, like, no realizing it was Pineda, or did you just like go through what you felt was right?
Well, in my head, I remembered like when he fought JJ and JJ would just rush him,
Mm,
right? So like if you just like keep a lot of pressure on him, stay
mm,
up in his face, he cracks under pressure. He doesn't like a lot of pressure, but I knew I didn't have the gas tank to do that for 3 rounds.
mm.
So I gave him as much pressure as I could early on, but he seemed to be like countering my pressure pretty well.
Yeah,
Not bad, you know?
yeah, because he had like the long reach, like continuous, and obviously, like there was the clinches that went on, to try. I think were you putting the clinches on to try and put some of the pressure on him, just to
Nah,
counteract
he was
what he was
mostly
doing.
clinching me. I only grabbed onto him like once or twice.
Mm,
Like me grabbing onto him, like clinching onto him, only a few times.
yeah.
But most of those clinches were him grabbing onto me.
Yeah. So I mean, like, having gone through the fight now, and obviously I'm guessing you're back in LA at the moment.
Yeah.
Have you had time to reflect on it and figure out what for future fights? Because I know you got some fights coming up. What you've learned in that fight to prepare you for the next one.
Hell yeah, man. I mean, it's a lot about besides like endurance and cardio and being ready to get in there, like physically wise. There's a few things I learned, man. I need to drop weight. I'm too fucking heavy. Kind of like Slim said, man, I'm way too fucking heavy.
Mm,
Like this camp, I think we're planning on fighting in a few months.
mm,
So with Misfits. So in the meantime of that fight, this week we're starting a diet
mm,
for me, as well as like my training, obviously.
mm,
So I'm planning on getting down to fight at 54, and then maybe depending on how I feel there, maybe even 47 by the end of the year.
mm. Because
And other than that, listening to my coaches, bro, big one.
was that kind of the main thing that because I heard somewhere that obviously the coaches were telling you stuff and it was difficult for you to navigate that, like was it how were you not able to like take in what they were saying? Was it quite difficult?
Bro, it's hard when you're in there. There's a million bajillion things going on around you. I mean, the last
Mm,
thing you're trying to stay alive while you're in there. You're trying not to get knocked out or trying to knock him out. Like, I
mm,
mean, there's 1,000 people screaming. There's thousands of people screaming all around you.
mm.
It's a lot.
Yeah, because I could imagine, obviously, with the audience surrounding you and everything that's going on, all the hype is it hard to like sort of like maybe take all of that out and have that as the focus, or because I know you were focused on Pineda, but obviously all of that surrounding you, was that a difficulty in terms of like maybe keeping the pressure on Pineda?
Yeah, it made it harder for me. Like, it was just my first time around that many people,
Mm,
and I think that I didn't do too bad with it, but I definitely think I'm definitely excited for next time because I know how to. I feel like I know how to control it more now.
mm,
Like, yeah, there was times where I'd like get like just stuck in the moment.
yeah. I think it's also good. Like you're taking in like a brand new country, a whole new experience. So this can only be a very valuable experience to take on for future fights. And then when you come back
Yeah,
to Misfits, you'd just be like, yeah, I'm right at home. I'm ready.
yeah. I'm excited to come back. We're gonna get my weight down.
Mm,
Um, we don't know who I'm fighting yet. We're talking about that, trying to figure something out.
okay, okay.
I hope for like later in the year to get Bryce to fight.
Yeah, I've been hearing a lot about Bryce as a potential opponent. Like, are you looking to call him out like future down the line, or are you just kind of like chilling for
Yeah,
now?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, after a win, like I feel like it's kind of stupid to call somebody out after a loss like that.
Mm,
But after you guys see what I'm going to bring to the table, and everybody sees what I'm going to bring to the table next fight, and I'm really going to step it up the train and everything like that, and I'm going to be ready for the next fight.
mm,
Um, then yeah, that I think that'll be the time where I can call somebody out. And
mm.
if I decide it's Bryce, then it's Bryce. But if not, somebody else.
I saw that Foxer G had put you in the top five influencer boxes.
He
S-
knows. He knows what the fuck's going on.
he knows what's going on. So, I mean, in your honest opinion, who would you say are the top five influencer boxers right now?
Well, for sure, Jake is number one at this point, and then it's got like just skill wise you're talking or like star power and everything as well.
I think let's go. I think let's go with a combination of both. Let's go like with mainly skill power, but also the star power that goes along with it.
I don't know how to like rank them, but I'd
Okay,
say
okay,
Jake
let's go.
first.
Okay, let's go by skill wise. Let's go skill
And
wise.
I'd say like Salt Poppy and Dean have to be like around number two and three. Like I don't know which one goes two, which one goes three.
Okay.
And then KSI's been showing a lot of improvement
Hmm.
and and uh and I could be missing somebody, but maybe like Slim there
Hmm. Yeah,
as well.
I can see that he's up there. I can see that he's up there. Because I saw your reaction to when you know JJ had knocked out Temper. Like I mean, from
Yeah.
all of us, like you know, I was anticipating that it might have gone a few rounds in, but obviously with the KO, I saw there was a bit of MVP inspired in the way he knocked out Temper. Um, you know, like, did you anticipate that that was going to be the case in terms of a knockout, or did you think that it might
No,
have
no,
lasted
not at
longer?
all. Not at all. Yeah, no, for sure not. Not
Yeah.
even. I definitely did not think that he was going to knock Temper out like that. I didn't know Temper before this Misfits four when we all got to London, but I met him on the airplane on the way there,
Mm,
and he's just a super sound fellow, like just
he
super
is.
nice guy.
He
So
is.
obviously I was going for both. I like both of them, so I was just going for both of them, even though KSI likes to talk shit sometimes, but whatever. Fucking, I like both of them. They're both sound, so I was like, oh, whoever wins, like, good for them. But
Yeah.
JJ definitely got it done quicker than I expected originally.
Who's been the person that's inspired you the most and has given you the most like you know pep talks in terms of this boxing journey? Like, is there anyone particular that stands out that has been giving you all the gems?
For sure, like I just had some tough days in the gym, like not too long ago, like a couple weeks, like maybe a month ago. I had some tough days where shit was getting really hard on me, and like I was getting my ass kicked in sparring a lot, and like my
Mm.
body was just hurt because I'm in like a really, if you got, I don't know if you know about the Jackrabbit, but it's like a bunch of pros in there,
I've heard it from
and
Minicon.
I'm definitely one of the bottom of the barrel in that gym. Like there's so many really, really, really good fighters in there,
Mm.
like Javion and Ashton Silves in there, the kid that Jake signed.
Hmm.
Um, there's a lot of really good folks in there, and I just sometimes I'm getting my ass kicked so much in sparring, and like I just felt like shit. I was like just ready to, I was like just broken, like
Mm.
I was just destroyed. And like Anthony and Dean would come up to me and definitely give me the best talks, like especially Anthony, like really helped me through a lot of tough times during the
Mm.
last camp for my last fight.
Mm. So what's the best advice that they're giving you in terms of like you know getting yourself mentally prepared for all of that stuff?
He said it's tough, man. We're all getting our asses kicked all the time, and we're all trying to kick ass too. So I don't
Yeah.
know, just being there and being a
Mm.
good friend.
Because I
Both
know
of them.
because I know throughout like fight week, I know like you know you, Dean, Minicon, Anthony. I know you guys are pretty close.
Yeah.
You know, did they have like a talk with you after your fight directly, and was there anything that they spoke to you about like from then as well?
Yeah, for sure. Anthony and Dean definitely talked to me. Same with Minicon. They talked to me, and they're like, after my loss, they're like, "Man, fuck you. You fought like a man. So like, all you can do is go back to camp now and get better. And you did well. So like, no one's gonna hate you for that shit."
Yeah. I saw like on your stories as well that you had put a fan poster saying about Pineda and Canelo as an idea for a fight. Like I mean I mean I mean obviously now that you've stepped in the ring with Pineda, like for him, who do you think that he needs to face next? And even the same for you. You said about Bryce Hall. Is there other opponents on your side that you're thinking that you would want to chop it in there with?
maybe Pineda can really. He's at like 60, isn't he? So he can really fight like a few different people. I'd love to see him up. My best friend is one of my best friends in the world, Taylor Holder. He could fight Taylor.
Mm.
Taylor and I. Well, Taylor, like I just moved out of Taylor's house, and he moved to Nashville. We lived together for a long time.
Okay.
And
Okay.
he could. Me and him were talking yesterday about him getting back in. So maybe we get to see Taylor fight this year. Maybe me and him fight on the same card later in this year. That's what we're hoping for.
Ooh, that'd be an interesting one. Hopefully that could be set up for Misfits.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about. So
Uh, and,
maybe.
and of course, like obviously Anthony Taylor. When I spoke to him, he said that he would be potentially facing Floyd Mayweather on the 25th of February. Now it was talked about that Floyd. There were reports that Floyd will be facing Liam Harrison, but now that's been reported that's not the case. So how more closer to the idea of Anthony versus Floyd is that been talked about with you?
Uh, yeah, but not lately. I haven't talked to him since. I've only texted him and short phone calls since we got back to the States.
Mm,
But we're gonna see each other tomorrow, so yeah, I'll ask him about that.
yeah.
That's interesting. That'd be sick.
Yeah, because I remember seeing Anthony at the Deji versus Floyd Mayweather press conference in London. Obviously, he went to Dubai before the fight, and obviously he's been, we all know Anthony. He's one to make sure that he makes his mark. So,
Yeah.
I mean, it would be interesting to see. It's just a case of if that's going to be played out or not. So I don't know what
I
the
got
reports are.
fucking. I got Anthony Taylor breaking Floyd Mayweather's neck, second, third round.
Okay. I mean, obviously Deji had, got him in the eye, for one of the
Yeah.
rounds. So I mean, could see what Anthony could do to Floyd at the one of the arguably the greatest boxer of all time. Who knows what to say,
Definitely is, bro.
you
He
know.
definitely is. One
And
of
it,
them for sure.
and what's going on with you and Little Man? Because I know that obviously, did you see the memes, by the way, when obviously the close ups and they put those toy sounds in there. It was quite funny.
I didn't see it. I didn't see it.
Yeah, so there was. I think I was seeing on. I think it was on JJ's recent Reddit video, and one of the videos with you two on stage, and then they put some sound effects, like toy sound effects. It was quite hilarious. But I mean, what's going on with you
So
two,
it's
man?
on JJ's YouTube channel.
Yeah, it appeared up on it appeared on the Reddit, one of the Reddits, but
I don't even know what Reddit is, bro.
you don't use Reddit?
No, I don't even know what it is.
I mean, to be fair, I personally don't use it either.
Am I all over it right now?
Um, in terms of the Reddit, there were, like, in terms of the video, for what I saw, there were a few videos that came up. It was more so to do with the fight night in general. So
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
you know. But what's going on with you, Little Man? Was that just a one time
Yeah, man.
appearance to show
Basically, I
off,
met
or
with. He was part of Swarms' squad, and I was talking with Swarms a little bit, and we became buddies. I
okay?
believe. I believe he was part of Swarms' squad, wasn't he? And
Yeah, they're cool with each other. So
okay, cool. Yeah, and then I was like, since I don't have an opponent, like, will you come up and face off with me as my opponent? And then basically, little man just cracked down and just rolled me to the ground.
yeah, I mean, I
He's a
mean,
strong little fucker, man. Low
he's a
center of
strong guy.
gravity.
He's a strong guy. He I mean, because when he came up on stage and like I was like, oh shit, and then like you pushed each other, then he tackled you to the floor. I feel like, raw, what is going on? Like this is nuts. So I mean, obviously I know that you guys were laughing it off afterwards, but when he gave you the tackle, like what were you thinking? Like, oh shit, like is this what's going down?
Bro, if you watch it in like slow mo, I like lift up like 3 inches and then
Yeah.
just turn sideways and just fall like 3 inches from the ground, dude. It's like this. It's like
Oh dear. Yeah, like the impact on the floor, and then you both just got up straight away, and it was like it was all good anyway. It was all blessed, so it seemed.
I kept on like trying to like throw like little punches on him, just like fucking around, like just to the body.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
the security was like, no, don't do that. They're gonna get in trouble.
Yeah, they're gonna get started off like let's not do that. So, but yeah, man. I mean, the whole week for you, like, I'm proud of you that you went through all the rounds with a pro boxer. I mean, your first like major fight, big arena
Yeah.
fight with a pro boxer, I mean, it can only get up and up and up for you at this point because you've already had the biggest test put on you already.
Hell yeah. Well, I mean, I'm excited for the next fight. I'm excited to keep fighting on Misfits, man. I love the shows that Mams and JJ and all them are throwing. Like, that was seriously the sickest thing ever, and I'm excited to fight again. And I appreciate them a lot for taking good care of me.
Yeah, no, we, we appreciate you over here and stuff like that. And just a few more questions, really. I mean,
Yeah.
after JJ's fight with Temper, who do you think should be his next opponent? Because I mean, Joe Fournier's been teased, Slim's been teased, even Salt Pappy's been teased. Who do you think that JJ should have as his next opponent?
I don't really know who Joe Fournier is,
Mm.
but I saw the name like on Twitter and stuff. I've never watched him fight. Obviously, like that Jake fight, they're getting ready for by the end of the year. But I agree with JJ that he shouldn't fight Jake right now. I think that he should build that up for a little bit longer, do that at the end of the year.
Mm.
And like, I know Jake's on his ass, pressuring him about it. Oh, now. But I don't think JJ's a bitch at all for what he's doing by waiting a little bit. Yeah, man. Jake's been in the gym nonstop since he started, bro. JJ wants to take a bit of time, get real right, and then come in. Like, I think that's fine.
Yeah. And I think
it
just builds up his repertoire of like fighters to build up to like a major main event. It's like it's like doing, how can I put this in my head? It's like doing The Rock versus Stone Cold Steve Austin premature before getting to WrestleMania. Like, let it build up a bit, and then when you get to the main event, it would be it would just be like at that point. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know anything about WWE, but makes sense.
But I mean, in terms of like a main event statue, you want to build it up like to a point where it's just wow, like this is a spectacle,
Hell yeah, no, it's definitely going to be a spectacle by the time they get there.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that when that does happen. So I mean, what are your plans now?
I want to fight the undercard of that.
Okay, I mean,
me versus Bryce Hall on the undercard at the end of the year.
Bang. Okay, so
that's fire.
Okay, so you and Bryce Hall on the Jake Paul and KSI undercard.
Hell yeah,
boy. Yeah, let's see if it could be made. Let's see if it can be made.
Once they know when that fight's happening, because I mean, we keep hearing it's the end of the year, JJ's saying, so I believe it. It's probably the end of the year. I'll ask him about that.
Yeah, but try make that happen, Mo. Like that.
Get Dean on that card. Get Salt Poppy on that card. There'd be some legends.
Ooh. I mean, like it's juicy already. It's already like, we're putting our fantasy booking on it. It's such an exciting time. Like, as it must be, and even for you as an influencer boxer, it must be a really exciting time for you. Like, just building up and seeing superstars made. And what I like about Misfits in general is that like everyone is given an opportunity. And you're build up as all of you are built up as stars. It's not just the main event that's talked about. Like all of you guys, like even
for sure. It's not like normal. It's not like when you go to Canelo's boxing, when you go to Canelo's fight, and like until like the two main fights, nobody's in there. It's like everyone was there for Anthony's fight, which was the first one. Everyone was there for my fight, which was halfway through, and everyone was there for main event. Like every seat was packed during Anthony's fight. I went out there to watch Anthony's fight because obviously I wanted to. I went out there to watch Anthony's fight. They were all packed. It was almost completely packed by the first fight.
Yeah. I just thought of this actually with your ring walk. Obviously, Sweet Caroline is what you came out to. Obviously thinking of future fights ahead. Obviously Slim is great at the ring walks for that. And obviously Pineda came out with the Undertaker and then with the Mariachi band. For you, have you thought about potentially like, building up even more in terms of your ring walks going forward?
Oh, I've got an insane ring walk coming next time.
Ooh.
I've been planning it for a while because this was the fight that I was gonna take. I wasn't supposed to fight January 14th, but I did last minute. But I was supposed to still fight with Misfits later on this year.
Right.
And that's when we're starting camp back up. And we're gonna do a 3-month camp for that fight that I'm talking about. The walkout to that'll be sick.
Yeah. Wow.
Now that'll be one of the and you guys might not like it as much in the UK because it's a super American thing, but where the fight I believe is happening and everything. It's just perfect. It's just perfect. There's nothing.
Mm.
I've never seen any. I'm gonna go so viral over here in the States. Yeah.
I'm liking the positive end on this, man. Like it's looking to be like even better than it's looking to go better and better and better, man. Like I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to, you know, your next upcoming fights as well. I'm well, you know, looking forward to seeing you back in Misfits as well. So I mean, what's happening for you now? Like, you know, I'm guessing you're heading back to camp soon. You know, training. I've seen you having a lot of fun lately. So, what's the next move for you in terms of like this space?
Man, I've been snowboarding and drinking and having fun with my friends. Uh, but I was supposed to go back to camp today, but I'm gonna go to the gym today and train. But I'm gonna take off tomorrow because it's my birthday, and
Oh,
then I'm
happy
gonna like
birthday when it hits.
thank you, man. Yeah, and I'm gonna stay in camp starting Wednesday.
Okay, okay, okay. I mean, and also with the social media and YouTube stuff, are you getting back into it? Because I'm hearing like, you know, you're back with your videographer as well, like who's in LA.
Yeah, yeah. He moved back out here to come stay with me and film for YouTube. So we're actually supposed to go today and film a video of me and my roommate, who's Couch Daddy is YouTube. He's a YouTuber. Me and him are gonna box in like a library.
Oh, okay.
So that's what we're going to
Okay.
do today.
I mean, with the libraries being quiet, I mean, you know, I don't know how you're gonna work into that, but
I'm just
I
gonna
can
beat the
imagine
shit
it's
out of
already
him.
entertaining already.
Yeah, I'm just gonna beat him up. Boom, 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 boom.
Oh my god! Wow. I mean, look, I'm looking forward to seeing what's happening with you in the coming months. To see you back on Misfits. I mean, tell us about future fights that you got coming up, because I'm hearing that you got one in February, like a smaller venue that you're working on.
Uh, with Influencer Fight League, we'll find out more about that shortly.
Hmm.
I'm not
But
sure about it.
obviously you'll be in camp. You know, you'll likely have small, more shows come in before you come back to Misfits. So I'm guessing that it's just, you know, back to camp and back focus and getting the weight down as well, like you were saying, because you're
Yeah,
saying you're really
start
big.
the diet this week, so I'm
I.
gonna be skinny. I'm
See,
gonna get skinny.
you're gonna take Slim's name in and apply it to you.
Yeah, right.
Nah, well, Bdave, it's been an absolute pleasure. I had so much fun chatting with you during fight week. You
Yeah.
know, and big up to all your crew as well. And yeah, looking forward to see what the future looks for you. And things can only get better for you up here. You've already fought a pro fighter. You know, things can only get better for you, bro.
Now it's time to smash some YouTuber pussies.
There you go. He said it. He said it. He's ready. He's ready to go up the ranks even more. I mean, well, Bdave, thank you so much for taking the time to speak to me. I'd go and enjoy the snowboarding. You know, get yourself in the gym and just push yourself. And we can't wait to see you back on Misfits, bro.
Hell yeah. Thank you, brother. I'll talk to you soon, my man.
All right, take it easy, Margie.
Peace.